another episode of Turn Up the Mic. I'm Chris. To my right, I got Roy.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Don't
Another
do that.
day, another
Okay.
another show. Man, what episode we on?
I don't know. I
80
just
something.
I just show up and drop.
It's 80 something. I don't know. I think like 84, 85. We
I
can
don't
get
know.
you 100 before we know it.
I don't know. I just show up like Harden and just drop points and go home.
He hasn't been doing that recently. You're like post nets Harden?
No, like I want
He's
to be
I mean,
here, Harden.
oh, okay.
No,
No.
post Nets Harden was
No.
pouting.
A couple weeks ago you were like Kyrie.
Yeah, no. Anyway, so yeah, how's your week been? You still social distancing?
Yeah, working from home. Using what's that, curbside almost everywhere I go. So
You live in the boonies, so do they come out there?
I gotta go to town.
Oh, okay.
You know, when I messaged you today, is it raining town? You're like, I don't know, I don't live there, but you
Yeah.
do, so I don't get it. But
Nah. Anyway, is this our first episode with the new president?
I mean, it happened this week, so yes,
The inauguration
it happened the
this-
20th
Damn, I feel like
or 20th or
I feel
22nd.
like
One of those
time's
weeks.
moving so quick right now.
It is, man.
Like we just had like New Year's. It's already the 23rd. I gotta start looking for February presents for Valentine's. Like this shit's crazy.
That is true, bro. That came quick.
After Valentine's Day, you do get like a nice little break before like birthdays and the other
Yeah.
holidays that the government steals from you. That's how they get money.
Especially us in San Antonio now. It looks like Fiesta's canceled again.
Yeah.
It
so-
hasn't been said officially. The only thing's official is the St. Mary's one that was canceled.
what gets me is like I don't know why people are like confused about it. Like, do you think they're gonna have it? Yes or no? Like, there's
Well,
still
no, I don't.
there's still a pandemic. Why
Yeah.
are people confused
I'm
about
only
that?
saying this because it's not officially canceled.
Like, bro, do we have to tell y'all it's not happening? Like,
but I don't know, man. Potteet's still doing their thing.
I saw that. That's
Yeah.
just crazy. I knew where I won't be for a strawberry festival.
Strawberry's not that important, man.
That's crazy. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's staying indoors and not contemplating if there's gonna be a parade or not. Y'all are the real ones. But yeah, we got some new music drop. I feel like this is the first week where some actual songs came out, or like some actual albums came out.
Yeah, it's one of the first. It's our first music heavy episode, I would say.
No,
Some better ones, I guess.
yeah,
Well, last week was the first week we actually reviewed anything because
Yeah.
the first episode there was nothing, and we only did our top 10 for 2020.
yeah. So Anuel AA
And
and let me say the name.
Okay.
Anuel AA and Ozuna,
yeah,
Los Dioses, the album that dropped.
I don't
uh,
like the name, the gods. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Los Diotes. I mean, that sounds better. If you read it like that.
I don't know. This was highly anticipated.
Full disclosure, I did not listen to this.
All right. Well, it was highly anticipated. Well, it was highly anticipated. These guys were supposed to, in my eyes, what everyone put them up there to be. The expectation was to rival Bad Bunny and J Balvin on Oasis. Like that album was supposed to match that
Yeah,
or do better. Because especially in what he had a Billboard interview, and he literally said, "Me and Ozuna, there is no better combination than us." And there's only one reason you say that because you're going
Yeah.
against another.
So are they
combination.
beefing or are they still cool? Or is it like friendly competition, would you say?
Friendly competition. I think Anuel is jealous. I don't think a lot of people will agree, but he is, just because I would say like 3 or 4 years ago they were pretty level, him and Bad Bunny, and
Okay.
then in the last 3 to 4 years, Bad Bunny just skyrocketed to just this whole another level when it comes to like reggaeton and Spanish music that we haven't seen in a long time. When it comes to like how known you are.
Yeah.
And then Wes just he's still in the same. He's not in the same spot, but he's nowhere near.
So you would say Anuel is celosos?
Got the yeah. Yeah. But the album was very. It was very safe, and I think it's because Ozuna to me is more of a singer.
Okay.
So you can't. It's gonna be what it is. Like Ozuna's on the chorus, and then everyone come with the bars. I mean, Ozuna did rap a little bit, but he's a singer. He has a real pitchy voice.
yeah.
And I'm biased because I can only take him in like small amounts because he's pitchy. I was talking to a friend of mine that really likes him and all that, and we pretty much the same thing, Ozuna, but the dude has a big following. Like he's one of the top artists when it comes to streams and all that in that world.
Yeah.
Um,
So you'd say this album is very seguro.
Are you gonna have Google Translate up the whole time?
I can't confirm nor deny that.
So
Bro, this
I
is off
give
the
it
dome.
I give it a 7. I feel
Why'd
like
you jump straight to that once I started
because you're
spitting
just doing
Spanish?
that. Because I just see you like typing. So on the only hits I see coming off this is RD and Perfecto,
Okay.
and the
And that
only
means perfect for people
yeah,
who don't speak
and
Spanish.
it's gonna be and it's because it's gonna remix and it's gonna be a hit. Just
Okay.
like 90% of the songs in Spanish, it's a hit when you get that remix and you get 5 other people on it.
Yeah. They
Then
still do that?
Spanish does that a lot.
I know
Like
like
a
reggae
lot.
does that too.
Like Spanish does that a lot. Like every hit is a remix
Mm.
with like 5 people on it. And I'm all for that. I like it.
Yeah.
I think that's why there's less beefs in Spanish and stuff like because
Oh,
everyone
okay.
remixes, but sometimes it's funny because was it Ozuna said in an interview he still wants to he doesn't know Bad Bunny.
He doesn't know him? Like he's
Yeah,
never met him?
like he doesn't know him. And
Okay.
then people are pulling up like tracks. They're like, y'all on like 10 songs together.
Oh, because it was like they weren't in the same room when they
Yeah,
recorded and stuff.
and it just
That
goes
makes
back
sense.
to like the remix. There's like 5 people on there. You
Yeah.
don't see each other. But
Yeah.
I see two singles off of this. They tried like this song at the very end. It's like a banda style.
Hmm.
It did not work at all. It did not work. Like I don't even know what it is. I was listening to it. I kind of laughed at the beat, and then the beat didn't stop. It kept repeating. I was like, nah, this sucked. But it didn't live up to the hype.
Would you say that Bad Bunny is starting to taper off as far as his talent and like his recognition or his
Nah.
run, basically?
Nah, not right now, not yet. He's still streaming well. Um, he's dropped some music videos that's still getting hits. But he is gonna die down this year, but that's by choice.
Yeah.
He said he's stepping away. He's not stepping away. He's gonna focus on other things. He has a couple acting gigs, and he said he gave us all that so he can do that for a little while. He can do other things for a little while.
Yeah.
So, but he gave us a lot of music, so he can afford a couple of years off.
Yeah.
Not off, but doing other things. So, but give it a listen. It's all right.
Okay.
7.
Cool.
7. Expected like a 9, but nah.
Yeah.
It was safe. They were scared.
You said what? You stayed safe?
They stayed safe.
Oh, the people stayed safe.
Yeah, they stayed safe. It was regular. Like nothing. There was nothing like out there. Like damn, like this is gonna be a hit right away.
Yeah. So you gave it a 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See. And then we got Kota The Friend, Lyrics to Go Volume 2. That dropped.
That was my favorite album of the week.
It was kind of hard to find. It wasn't my favorite. It definitely
What do you
wasn't.
mean kind of hard to find? I just searched Kota and it was there.
Yeah, I had to search it. I guess he's not like
he's an independent artist.
Yeah, I got that vibe.
I don't know how on Apple can you follow artists or no?
I don't know. I really don't use Apple like that. I just use it for adding people, and then like if I manually search people, I don't go out of my way to use like all the features that it has. Because I like low-key still don't like Apple.
But you talk about how great their Apple. So
I mean, it's a great service, and I don't like that.
So one thing for the way like your homepage is way different than like Spotify.
Yeah,
my homepage is created like for me and the artists I follow. So every time like I follow all these artists, every time they have a drop or anything, it shows up new releases for you. Yeah. Or I literally have a pop up on my screen and an email saying, "Hey, your artist dropped an album."
Apple doesn't do all that.
So, but it was easy for finding me. Definitely my favorite album of the week. It definitely followed the positive message of Lyrics to Go 1. Positive, like it's a positive message.
It felt like he was just complaining a little. It felt to me. It felt like he was going down the Logic trail.
It was motivational, bro.
I wasn't motivated. I'm like, bro, stop
he's like,
complaining.
Get this bread. He's like, nah. He's tell you what he went through. Like he's like, I think it's you that talk about how like Big Sean is like motivational, right?
Yeah, I didn't get that from him.
So Big Sean is like the motivational, like you go listen to a speech, right?
Yeah.
This dude is motivational, like you read a book. Like he talks about getting the bread. He talks about saving. He talks about raising his son. Like it's a book wise. It's not flashy like Big Sean, but it's positive.
Sean's not really that flashy though.
I mean, if you compare the two, he's flashy compared to him.
I don't know. So like when I was listening to his songs, I hear a lot of I. like
He's
I'm
telling
doing
you what
this,
he
or
is. Like, yeah.
and it was like, bro,
That's why I said it's more like a book. Like, I saved this, I bought this, I'm gonna be
yeah,
the best dad for my kid. Like, he's telling you from his person. He's not there to, like on a global platform like other people. Like, he's telling you his story. That's why I'm saying it's book like.
I didn't like that. It felt like he was conceited.
No, I
It
liked it
it
a
came
lot.
off. It didn't come off like
But he talks
inspirational to
about
me.
like, don't have distractions, get what you need to get, and stuff like that. So
Yeah, maybe it was really his delivery because lyrics to go one was really good. This one, it had the same vibe, but not like message to me. You
but
know?
so it's the lyrics for you, not even the delivery. The delivery is the same. He sounded the
Yeah,
same.
the delivery is the same. Everything's the
So it
same.
was the
Yeah,
lyrics.
what he was talking about. And I like, it's 50-50 for me when it comes to like beats and lyrics. And, yeah, the lyrics wasn't there for me. I didn't like that. I felt like he was just like either complaining or being a little more insecure or a little more conceited.
Yeah.
And like even with books, like my favorite book, like Can't Hurt Me, he
Yeah.
talks about what he went through in the military, but then he says, you don't need to do this, or if you're feeling this way, he
Yeah.
brings the audience into his book,
Yeah.
and it felt like I was just listening to him talk about himself the whole time. I wasn't
Uh,
brought into his songs.
but he wasn't talking to. I understand what you're saying because there was a lot of that, but I think you mistook it from him being conceited, for him telling you what he did and what he's doing and what he went through, and
Yeah,
that's supposed to be that motivation to like, all right, this dude went through this shit, I can do this and get this done.
yeah, nah,
Yeah.
it didn't hit me like that.
Yeah.
I gave it a 6. What'd you give it?
I give it a 9.
Okay, that makes sense because you liked it a little more than I did.
Yeah, I've been following Kota for a while. I didn't like his last drop.
Volume 1.
No, that wasn't his last drop.
Okay,
His last drop was like it was like a beige cover. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, this
I
is
felt
like
like I listened to Volume 1 before that one. Then maybe I just started listening to it.
yeah, Volume 1 was like the maybe last year, and then his actual project came out the end of last year, and then this is
Okay.
new because this is only now. Here's one thing too, just to not about the album. I love the structure of it, as
Mhm.
in if you do a short project like
Yeah.
this is the way I would want you to do as an artist. Like we've had, was it Giveon did 15 minutes and it was 3 songs, four
Tierra Whack
songs.
did 15 songs, 15 minutes, something
So
like that,
this one was 15 minutes and it was
like 10 songs.
like 10, it was like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
I really like that because it was short. It kept my attention, and he could keep my attention for longer.
Yeah.
But that vibe is a short vibe you want to
Yeah.
be in, and the short songs gave it length, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think Tierra Whack's project is still my favorite, like 15-minute album,
Mm-hmm.
because she's so diverse on that project that it doesn't feel shorter than it
Yeah.
feels longer than it is. So I know what you mean on this.
Like it gave it good length without making it feel like, oh,
Yeah. I feel like the end song could have been done better because it felt like I thought I lost signal. I was like, "There's no more music. Where'd it
there's no
go?
more music.
Let me start over." I'm like, "Oh, I did it again." Oh, it's the end of the song. It's the end of the
Yeah.
album.
But shout out to him. He does everything 100% him. Like it's his bank account, his like everything's him.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I just can't not gonna do that is independent like that. You know.
Nobody gets a pass just because how you getting it out the mud. If it is what it is. I didn't like it.
I don't know. I liked it.
And then
We different. That's it.
yeah, basically. And then Alycia Bella, Muse. This is a regular Muse, not like somebody throwing different songs on the
Not
reusing old music.
what was her name?
Division.
Yeah, Division.
Yeah, not like Division. This is regular Muse. It's an R&B album.
Yes, without a doubt, it's an R&B album. She was very like vulnerable on it, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed in West Side Boogie's feature.
When I originally read it West Side Gun. So went in thinking West Side Gun was on here. Then
You're
I
like,
heard,
damn, he changed his flow.
yeah. Then I heard Boogie talk. I was like, wait, is this featuring Boogie? But he changed his name because he wasn't always called West Side Boogie.
He was called Boogie.
Boogie, just regular Boogie.
Yeah, and I think what happened, like, it was getting confusing because if you search Boogie,
there's a lot of Boogies out.
Well, he's not the most famous one. A Boogie is the most. So every time you search that, he comes up. So West Side Boogie
is A Boogie and then Boogie with a Hoogie. They're two different people or same person?
A Boogie with a Hoodie. That's the same person.
That's the same person. Okay.
And then him was just Boogie.
Yeah.
And then you got West Side Boogie.
You got the baller Boogie.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's too many Boogies.
Yeah. Westside would kind of took it away because now if you search it, it's gonna basically be him and Westside Gun.
Yeah, and I gotta type in like you gotta be specific when you're searching for a boogie
Yeah,
because
there is
there's like Boogie Nights,
because
West Side Boogie,
I'm not
Boogie Man.
I'm not gonna lie. I went to the wrong boogie like maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I wanted to listen to Everything's for Sale.
Okay,
That's a great album
yeah,
by Westside Boogie.
regular Boogie.
And then I searched it. I'm like, it's on his catalog. I'm like, oh shit, I'm on A Boogie. Like,
Yeah,
um, but this dude's also been just to kind of go off the tangent a little bit, like disappointing. Like everything,
Boogie.
no, because Everything for Sale was great.
Yeah,
And then he released something after that, like a project,
I don't think I remember it.
and he wanted to be like in the relevant style, and it
Yeah,
was just like, nah, like go back to that. Like go
this
back to that.
reminded me of Everything's for Sale. I really like him rapping over like R&B type beats. I liked it. I don't know why you didn't like the feature,
I don't like it.
but yeah, this is a good album. I wouldn't say it's better than what's her name? Jessica? Jennifer, whatever the girl's name last month or last week we listened to the R&B.
Jasmine, was it
Yeah, Jasmine
Sullivan?
Sullivan.
Yeah,
Yeah, she still has the best like R&B album right now. Female wise, I don't think there's been any guys put out an R&B album that I really like yet.
I don't know. I kind of like hers more.
I think Jasmine Sullivan still has some. Maybe I gotta live with it a little more to see
I hate compare like I don't like the comparisons because they they have different
what they talk about.
yeah, different meanings. Like I think they're there for different purposes, like the albums.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, like comparing it. Like I like this one better, but I
Mhm.
don't like comparing it to it just because they have like different like meanings and different message they want to get across.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good album. I gave it a 7 as well.
Yeah,
I just give it a little more time to listen to, but it was good.
I give it a 7. I was a little surprised. I was like, where should get E40 from? And then like he just pops up with the talking, and then also like Vince Staples popped up with the talking. Um, Summer Walker was there too. So I did like that it was her debut album, and she kept it pretty to herself.
Yeah.
Like she didn't a lot of like because she's wrote a lot of songs for a lot of people,
Yeah.
so she knows people in the industry. So a lot of people when they do their debut album, they try to get the features because they already know people,
No.
and she didn't do that. Like she let her music speak.
Wow. So yeah, it's good. I definitely suggest people listen to
Yeah.
it. And then Dr. Destruction, Planetary, or his name is Dr. Destruction too.
Yeah.
So Dr. Destruction, Planetary Destruction is the name of the album. I think it's Logic. It's Logic from what you were saying. You had like a conspiracy theory. I didn't really look into it.
So they're saying it's Logic or it's Jesse, which is his brother.
Um,
But did you listen to it?
it's my favorite album this week.
It was good. So on Butt Ass Naked, is that one?
Yeah.
He talks about, remember it's the radio show,
Yeah.
the fake, and he has Dr. D
He's
on the
talking about
show,
doing the voiceover
and
thing.
he's like, well, why'd you change your voice?
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, that just tells
He's
you.
answering me. When I got to that, I was like, I assume you hadn't listened to this yet because he
No,
says
because it was posted when we had our conversation. That
Yeah.
was the pre-listen, but after listening to it, like, just if you know Logic, his flows and his style, it's like,
or he wrote for
yeah.
whoever that was.
Even when you write for it, they can't like,
If you good enough.
bro. Then they literally like just replicated his flow, his versions, the way he pronounces stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's him. I really like the vibe, man. It was like, I don't know, because like of MF Doom passing,
It felt like that too.
yeah, it gave me
Yeah.
that MF Doom vibe, and then it reminded me of the Incredible True Story with
Yeah.
the skits, and
Yeah.
then
And some of the names.
yeah, and
Yeah.
one of the characters on here, the voice that he did in the album is the same voice and like the character he did from Supermarket.
Okay.
So it was really good. I liked it, and being like a real classic feel to it.
Yeah.
It
That New
didn't
York stuff.
it didn't feel outdated though.
Yeah.
Like and he's listed as the producer, Logic.
Yeah. And it's off of his label.
Yeah.
This one, like, I really like concept albums, and this is like one of my favorite. It's my favorite album, concept wise of
Yeah.
the year, with it being the 23rd of January.
Mhm.
It felt like a radio, like I was listening to the radio.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It is. And that and this and that's Logic. Well, I mean, that's the Incredible True Story kind of,
Yeah.
and
Under Pressure felt like that too. Like I don't know
yeah.
what it is, but it's really good. When he had like the little R&B beats going, he had
That
the
was the Butt Ass Naked.
yeah,
That's the song. That was that R&B. When he did that, I'm not gonna lie, man. I was like, oh, because he switched it up. I was
yeah.
like, oh, okay.
And then he had like a Sade song on
Yeah.
there. Like it's really
Yeah.
good. You have to really like be in tune musically to put stuff together like
Yeah.
that. So
One thing people sleep on Logic. Like, um, I was watching this video on him like a year ago, and then like reading a forum, and they're like, if you don't, a lot of people don't like Logic because he brings up the
the
race and
black
all that,
thing, yeah.
but everyone's all, you cannot knock on the way this dude, the way he puts it on there. He knows how to make an album
Yeah.
flow story wise, and it's just, if he doesn't have even his bad albums, they feel complete.
No.
Like he knows how to structure albums, which
Yeah.
is something some artists don't know how to do, or they leave it up to the producer. Like you can tell the way it's structured. He did it himself.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely suggest listening to that one. I give it a 10. It's my first 10 of the year.
I gave that one a 9.
I don't really
just
have
because
any
I want
faults.
it on Spotify.
I think he did that so that the label don't try to get any
Yeah.
of it.
So it is on that Piff
Yeah.
and SoundCloud and the YouTube where I heard it.
Yeah, SoundCloud's for people with priors. That Piff's for people who watches like
Who wants priors?
Yeah, who like rap music. But yeah, it's a good album. I definitely suggest people listen to it. And then before we switch topics, the versus battle between Keisha Cole and Ashanti, that finally happened. It happened on a Thursday, so that should tell you all you need to know about what they thought of that one. You watched some of it, right?
I saw, yeah, I guess. I saw like 5 minutes, and then I skipped 20 minutes, saw 5 minutes, skipped 20 minutes, and saw like 10 minutes, and then saw the end.
Yeah, so they've been trying to put it together for like 2 months now or something.
Really?
Ever since, I want to say since the Gucci one. I don't think they've had another versus since them, if I'm not mistaken.
It felt dry. Like I didn't watch it all, so I could have missed moments where
I
they
didn't
went
watch
at
it.
each other.
I didn't watch it at all.
So the 15-20 minutes I saw total was dry. They're just sitting down and singing along. Like no one got up. From what I saw, no one got up, and I don't know. It didn't look entertaining at all.
It looked like a versus on a Thursday. And then I heard Keisha Cole was like an hour and a half late. Bro, y'all been reschedule this. How you gonna be late? That don't make no sense. But yeah, I felt like after the Gucci and Jeezy versus, they should have took like a break. That should have been like season 1, and then open it up again like with them.
I do feel that. I mean, I don't want to. It's up to the artist. I don't want them to feel uncomfortable, but that's why you have like COVID tests and whatnot. After the Gucci one, like, I don't think you should have a versus battle where they're not in the same place.
Everybody else has usually been in the same room, except for the Nelly and Ludacris one, and we saw how that went. So that's usually why people show up.
I don't think you should have one that's not, because it just looks. I don't know. It's just weird. Like like the emotions there are like, just I don't know. Because they're listening through the cam just like we are.
Yeah, I think all the ones that have been in the same room have been better than the people who weren't.
Yeah.
Even the John Legend and Alicia Cole one, the 2 Chainz and Rick Ross one, all those have been pretty good. Like
Alicia
Keys, and John Legend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those have been good compared to the people that have been on the screen Zoom calling. But yeah, I don't know who's up next. I saw that what was his name? The guy, the old rapper that I don't really listen to. He wanted to have like not really a versus with Pusha T, but Freddie Gibbs.
Damn, that would be good.
He had posted F of versus or something. How about who got the best crack rap? Like, bro, really?
Bro, not that who has the best crack. No, he said, let's do an album together. That would be the best crack album like ever.
Like nobody cares,
bro. They have a following.
Nobody cares,
bro. Just you.
Everybody has a following.
You're the only one that said you didn't care. A lot of comments.
Nobody else responded to you. Nobody cares. I gave you the dignity to say what everyone was thinking. I don't care about Freddie Gibbs. I don't care about Pusha T. And it's gonna be,
bro. You just hate Pusha T.
Two people. Okay, go ahead.
Ever since he beat Drake,
Get
you
it
just
off.
hate him.
Get it off your chest.
No, you're gonna say he didn't beat Drake. He talked about his son. That's not right.
Two people rapping about the same thing. That's gonna be so boring.
Bruh.
Like, all right, let me show you how I can talk about crack. Like, come on now. What?
Bruh, that's gonna be fire.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be motivation for all the entrepreneurs out there.
You think they're gonna do verse for verse or like have like 3 verses in a feature? Like, I don't want to hear nobody talk about crack for like 8 to 10 songs.
They'll talk about other things too, how they made it.
They've never made it. Drake and his sources told him like that was Pusha T's brother. Like, no,
Bruh, as in they made it. They're rich right now.
Freddie Gibbs is not rich,
bro. He's got more
bald.
money than you in the bank.
Okay. Anyway,
he's up for a Grammy.
He got an SBA loan.
He's up for a Grammy.
So
damn, bro, you knocking on Gibbs.
I'm just not.
I'm gonna post this, and
I'm not a fan.
The caption of the video is gonna be a little clip. Chris goes in on Freddie Gibbs saying he's whack or something.
I'm just not a fan.
And I didn't notice,
especially if you're like, let's have the best crack album. What are you talking about? He's like 47.
Well, you have to call it like that because Pusha already has an album called Wrath of Cocaine. So,
oh my god, they're too old to be talking like that.
Have you heard that album though?
No. Do I want to? No.
Logic's on there on the song Wrist. Fire.
Okay. Fire. Yeah, that's great. I listened to the one with the Dove on it. Pusha T had. He wanted to be Scarface so bad.
Before the
whatever.
Before Dawn or something.
And he had Logic on that one. That was a good song. But yeah,
Logic on that one.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. Whip. I think it was Whip or something like that.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah,
I don't know.
That was a good. That was a good song.
Now his best one is gonna be My Name Is My Name. That's the best one. Serenade on there. You have Kendrick Lamar.
That's the same song.
Chris Brown. Chris Brown on there. No, it's a different song. Chris Brown's on Nostalgia.
Serenade's on the one with Kendrick Lamar.
No, but I'm saying that album has all those songs.
I know, but you said Serenade and you said
Kendrick Lamar. That's two different songs.
Serenade has Kendrick Lamar in there.
No, that has Chris Brown on it.
Anyway, we'll look it up.
I don't need to. I know.
But yeah, Pusha T is a good rapper. He just raps about the same thing. That's all.
Leave Pusha alone, bro.
That's all. Anyway, so yeah.
Both on a good show. It was a good concert.
Sure. But yeah, I guess if y'all listen to the versus battle, let me know what y'all think.
Damn, that'd be a dope versus though.
Not really.
Yeah.
But anyway, before we switch to sports, mybookie.ag, get a 50% discount match with a minimum $100 deposit. Promo code PubSports. Gambling website. Bet on the NFL, MLB, NBA, and more. mybookie.com. Now back to sports.
For the betting real quick, if you do the over-under bets, like the Nets have not let me down the over-under bets. Like they just score ridiculous numbers. Doesn't matter. Over-under doesn't matter about wins or losses. Just they score. Like they score. So those over-unders, I placed the over bets on them for like the last 10 games.
And you've hit, but they've still lost.
Yeah, over-under is just the total score of the game.
Yeah, that's cool.
And they score.
Somebody wins at least. Switching to sports, we got NFL. Phillip Rivers, he's officially retiring.
So that was gonna lead me into the news I got coming over here.
What do you mean?
So
were you like listening to
Matthew Stafford and the Lions are gonna part ways.
Okay.
So Matthew Stafford in my book's a really good quarterback.
It's a lot of quarterbacks about to come on the market.
So he's a really good quarterback. He's been on a shitty team his whole career. I think he's only had a top 10 defense one time, and that's when he went 11-5. He's never had a 1,000-yard rusher. Like he's been on a shitty team.
So you think he's gonna go to the Colts?
No, there's no room or anything. I'm just saying if he goes to the Colts, I think he'll be good. He'll have a great year. He'll have one of his best years in a while.
Okay.
Because it's just, it's just the news came of the day that they're gonna part ways. So there's not even rumors where he's gonna go that I saw. I think the Colts would be good. Like he's a solid quarterback. He's one of those where I'm like,
but Phillip Rivers is a solid quarterback too, though.
I mean, but Matt Stafford's, a couple decades younger, bro.
So
but Phillip Rivers retired, so no one can talk about it.
With him retiring, do you think he's done enough to be in the Hall of Fame?
Man,
you know how with
it's just that there's two ways to classify Hall of Fame in my book.
Okay.
If you go off if they won a ring or not.
Obviously.
If you don't think winning a ring disqualifies you, like if you don't win one, he should be in there. he's top 5 or 6 in I don't know how many categories.
Yeah. So this is similar to the Rick Ross debate that we had for the longest. I
Mhm.
didn't have him as a legend in hip hop, but we had to come up with like a minimum qualification. At what's the floor to be a Hall of Fame quarterback, or not even quarterback, a Hall of Fame NFL player?
That's There's no right answer on that because you can not have the stats, but you can win rings. You can
So
win 1 or 2 rings, and then you have like you're a good quarterback, but you're on a good team and you got your rings. That's going to get you in. Or you can be, the Philip Rivers, where you never win a ring, but your stats back you up.
so is that a minimum? Yes or no? Do you think he's a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Well, I mean, question was, what's the minimum? I can't tell you minimum, but I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
He's top in too many categories, not to do. I mean, Dan Marino's in there.
Yeah, that's a good point. So he's an 8-time Pro Bowler. He's number 5 in career passing touchdowns, career passing yards, career completions. He's number 12 in career passing rating. In a career passer rating, he's never missed a game. That's crazy.
Yep.
252 straight starts. Wasn't Eli like up there?
Eli and I think Peyton too. Both of them were in the two somethings.
And he played through an ACL injury in 2007 and got
Mhm.
an AFC title. So I think that should be the bare minimum to be a Hall of Fame quarterback or a Hall of Fame player.
If you don't have rings,
Well, obviously that having a ring is not a bare minimum, but yeah, I think he's a quarterback,
I think
Hall of Fame
now
player too.
first ballot. That's where you come in. I don't think he's the first ballot.
Does that really matter though? As long as you get in,
There's a different prestige between first, second, third
is
ballot.
there really though? Terrell
Like,
Owens didn't get in first,
yeah, and he posted a lot of shit when he didn't get in.
so it's not even just prestige, just like kind of biased
Like he
sometimes.
posted shit when he didn't get in that first round.
Randy Moss, I don't think he got in on the first time.
I don't remember Randy Moss.
I don't
I
think.
know Tyrone's in because he posted shit like he was mad.
Yeah, like he did it on his own thing. So I don't even think going in first has a big. It's based on like biasness.
Well, I mean, but you're actually given a title, first ballot Hall of Fame.
I mean, okay,
So
as long as you're in there, I don't think it
yeah,
matters. Do you see next season a lot of quarterbacks changing teams?
mm,
Because
yeah.
I think Drew Brees is going to retire this season, but I don't think anybody's going to go there. I think they're just going to use their backup.
Now I think. Well, I think Deshaun Watson should go to New Orleans.
I don't think he's going to go to New Orleans. He wants to go to the Jets.
No one said he wants to go to the Jets. That's
He said
where
he wants to go to the
they
Jets.
told him. That's where who said so? Was it Richard Sherman or?
No, he said he preferred the Jets over Miami.
I want to see that quote. I didn't see. I saw somebody telling him to go to New York over Miami.
I saw it.
No, I don't want to see it. Okay, so even if he goes to the Jets, well, he's somewhere new. I don't think he should go to the Jets. It's the same thing as Houston. He's not going to do
Yeah,
anything.
that's dumb.
So like New Orleans, he's actually has a good rotation.
Yeah,
Or even Indiana.
yeah.
You know, the Colts, Matthew Stafford also, like those two are the biggest pieces to move. I think
Carson Wentz might
But
be
he's
on the
not a-
run too.
yeah, but he's not going to be sought out. Like I think Matthew Stafford is going to be sought out more than Carson Wentz.
Uh,
And the biggest thing for me is Matthew Stafford's going to be like a free agent. That's
Yeah.
what makes it easier when, like, compared to like Watson, you're going to have to
give up stuff.
give up stuff. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's going to play a role with people with teams that don't even have a lot of pieces. They're like, damn, I got to give up what I barely have.
Yeah.
So, but who knows? The rumors are that Eagles want to stick with Carson Wentz because of I forgot who they hired.
Everybody says something. Yeah.
I forgot
Somebody
but
from the Cowboys, right? Or was the Cowboys hire somebody from them?
no, it wasn't. They were going to interview Kellen Moore, but I forgot who they hired.
Yeah.
But they said that they're hiring him because they want to stick with Wentz, something like that. Because that was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I can't trust these organizations, so we'll see.
But I think there's some big pieces just because this is a draft where we have 2 quarterbacks in top 10.
Yeah. So it should be a good quarterback season coming up.
Yeah.
And then with New Orleans, my pick beating your pick, Tampa Bay Bucks, my pick beating New Orleans Saints, your pick. Do you think Breeze is going to retire? or do you think he's gonna come back?
I don't know, man. I really don't.
Well, obviously you don't know. Like
Man,
that's why I was at. That's
to
why I was
me, it
at.
looked like he was gone.
You
Yeah.
think so?
Y'all didn't see him looking back at the
Yeah,
Superdome
I,
after.
I I think he's
He's
retiring
just doing
too.
that because he lost, bro.
That
Yeah,
makes no
I don't
sense.
know.
Don't
it
listen to
looked
him.
real emotional.
He
I
looked-
mean, the only thing that made me think he was going to retire was he was on the field after talking to Tom Brady.
Yeah,
and they
he's
were
like, I'm gonna miss
chopping it
you.
up. You know,
Then there was rumors that he told Jameis, "This is your team now." I don't know if that's true.
that's where I'm like, all right. So I know that didn't happen.
I don't know. If I don't know if that's true. You don't got that pull. But yeah, yes or no, bro. Everybody's answering except for you.
Nah, I'm gonna say no.
Okay, you're just you're all over the place.
How I answer your question?
Because you told me in chat, you're like, everybody knows he's retiring.
When did I say
you
that?
posted a 2018
I said he
article.
talked about it.
Okay,
I never
He was
said he
like,
was and wasn't. I said he talked
technically,
about
he's
it,
gonna leave after this year. Okay, bro.
bro.
Anyway,
lying.
yeah, I think he's done. Like, you know how hard it is to keep losing in the same spot. Like, yeah, I'm out. I'm going home. I'm gonna play on Madden. I'm gonna beat him there.
He doesn't have that Philip Rivers motivation, you know. So
I guess.
I mean,
but
River needs that extra year, but he got a dozen kids.
yeah, now he can go home and start a family. Yeah. But yeah, I think Drew Brees is gonna be retiring. So
who do you think would be a good replacement for him?
I think they're gonna go with Jameis.
I don't see that. He didn't have success in Tampa. I don't see him doing. I don't see them doing that because
He threw 30 touchdowns.
with 30 picks,
Okay.
what?
So how you gonna
50-50
like,
chance? Like,
technically he did have success until he didn't. So I mean, yeah, I think he's a good quarterback. He definitely has an arm. So yeah, I think he'd be a good replacement.
but the Saints have the pieces to win, so they're not.
You
gonna
can
go,
say that they
but-
had
but-
Drew Brees and then win.
but they're not gonna go with the quarterback where they have to see if he can do it or not. So I think they're gonna go with somebody that's a safer pick.
They would still have to see if they can win with that pick, though.
But there's safer picks that percentage wise, like you have a better chance to win.
I'm gonna go with Jameis. Jameis 50-50.
They might go with that tight end. What's his name?
Wow.
What's his name?
Yeah, I forgot. Travis? No, that's
Talking
not.
about Taysom Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you
Taysom
go.
Hill.
he's
gonna
a
be-
gadget guy.
That's what the story. That's what media got wrong. That's Drew Brees told him, "This is your team." now."
Okay, yeah, sure. And then oh yeah, the other question, since I have Tampa Bay winning, if Tom Brady wins this year, would this be his most impressive ring
Without
out of
a
all
doubt,
the other ones?
without a doubt.
Because he's gone through every hard quarterback at this point. He would have to go through all of them if everything goes right.
Yeah, he would have to go through. Well, he went through Breeze. He would have to go through Rodgers, and it doesn't even matter Mahomes or Allen.
Nah,
they're
it matters.
They're both
It matters.
no, but I'm saying they're both elite.
But
I
it
mean,
matters.
Mahomes would be even more.
Mahomes.
But still, like it doesn't matter if he won it, who he went through. This would be his most impressive run.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Man, people
but he's not winning tomorrow though.
some people avoid competition. Tom Brady runs towards it.
He's not winning tomorrow.
He's that Buffalo. But yeah, I'm excited. I think they're gonna win. I hear that Kansas City, the quarterback, I just forgot
Mahomes?
his name. Yeah, I hear Mahomes is coming back.
Yeah, he got cleared day before yesterday. Or
Yeah,
yesterday.
dang. I still don't know like how was he in concussion protocol?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what he hit. I saw him get choked out, but it didn't really look like he hit anything. But the football, it was a weird injury.
Yeah.
But
I mean, regardless, in the NFL, you can't get up and not know where you are. That they're gonna automatically.
But would you say that's a concussion or like strangulation?
He choked me. I lost my breath.
Yeah, like give me a minute. Who are you people? What am I wearing? So
Yeah.
he's.
I
gonna
mean,
be
the
back.
way the NFL's been the last 15 years, they're safer than sorry.
Yeah,
20 years ago, you good.
yeah. He just had to use the restroom. And then with the Super Bowl this year, they will have fans in the stand. It'll be 22,000 people.
Where's it at this year?
It's in Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Isn't it always in Tampa Bay?
No.
Oh,
Are you serious?
really?
It changes.
What was it
every
last year?
Last year was Miami, I want to say.
So it was
Yeah.
in Florida.
Last year was in Florida. The year before last was, I think,
Florida?
was it New Orleans? And the year before last was Cowboys or something.
It's that
They change it
sucks.
every year.
That sucks if it's at Cowboy Stadium and the
Nah,
Cowboys ain't
It
there.
was in Cowboy Stadium, like I think 5-6 years ago.
Okay. Were y'all there?
Nah.
Oh. Y'all just rented them the location.
Jerry got his money. He's a businessman.
Oh my god.
He actually had to refund like 1,000 tickets or something because
During the
that-
Super Bowl?
yeah, because that fool started putting up like fucking foldable chairs in areas and selling them. And then like what was it, like a week or two before the actual game, like the fire marshal win and everything, he's like, you this ain't seats, like.
Yeah. That's so ghetto. It was in the new stadium?
Yeah.
Wow.
So like he was putting like what was it? You know how like it's a stadium, so it's like an oval.
Yeah.
On the turns, he was putting like I think like 100 chairs on turns or some shit.
Bruh. That's ridiculous. Goddamn Shark Tank. But yeah, it should be good. And then switching to basketball, Nets played the Cavaliers twice.
Who won both games then?
The Nets blew them out. Or no, they didn't actually. Cavs blew them out both games. It's wild. I think this is the first game that all three players were back. Kyrie came back from his sabbatical. He was a new man, and they lost in double overtime.
The first game, yeah, bruh. I don't know. Like for me, it's like, all right, they should have won, but first game, all three of you, okay, get your shit together, and then again, to the Cavs again, one of the worst offensive teams in the league.
They are ranked as number one.
Well, that first game helped them a little bit.
It's wild because the second, it was a back-to-back basically.
Yeah.
And KD was like, shit, I ain't about to play this game. And they lost again. First game, it was 147, 135. The second game was 125, 113. So it's about the same. That's crazy.
I don't, it's in our chat. I don't know why somebody in particular saying it's okay for Kyrie being the point and taking 30 shots when everyone else is taking half the shots. Like, come on, like share the ball. He's playing ISO, bro. He's up there. He's like, man, I'm the star.
I think I saw somewhere where he was talking about he's gonna sacrifice and all this stuff.
Where?
But he's shooting more than your best scorer on your team. And then your leading scorer on your team, like I don't understand where the logic is with him.
He doubled attempts when it comes to Harden. He doubled the attempts, bro.
That's wild.
That's like that's not sharing the ball, and you're the point.
Yeah.
Like, and I bet you James Harden's man, this fool passed the ball to LeBron a lot. Where's my pass? Like,
it was wild because I was looking at that. They were saying he did this shit with the Cavs when LeBron was there, and he had to pull him aside and say, pass the ball. So LeBron had to shut that down. So I mean, I guess it takes a leader.
So we're gonna hear this week. Watch, Nets had a team meeting and they came together.
Yeah, Kyrie's coming off the bench. Kyrie about to start looking like Lou Will off the bench, baby.
Hey, you can get that 6th man of the year, bro.
Yeah, and then I saw that Colin Sexton was like working Kyrie in his jersey,
bro. It was just, and then I saw all the damn well, KD's out. But
KD was in and y'all lost.
About the second game.
Yeah, he was in and they still lost. So what does that mean?
Kyrie and Harden, that's enough to beat the Cavs.
Yeah.
No, and then, so I'm like, and that person didn't respond either. And they're like, well, he's out. But KD and Harden beat teams. But you're telling me Kyrie and Harden is not enough.
Yeah, it's like a common denominator there.
Yeah.
I think Kyrie's toxic for teams. And this is going to be his third team that he's been on. And
he was in 4th team.
He was on the Cavs Celtics, and this one.
Nets.
Yeah. It's going to be his third team. And if you don't know that he's toxic by now, like what other stuff do you need to see? I don't understand why people are still like defending him.
He just has to accept like he's in a big 3 now. Like he just needs to understand there's no reason why he should be doubling shots and all that. And then this fool had like 3 assists, 4 assists.
Yeah.
Like
he's stealing money. for a player that's been in the East his whole season, like since the Cavs or since leaving the Cavs, he's only played the Cavs 3 times. This is his third time playing them since he's left the Cavs. That's ridiculous. I don't understand. And then Kevin Durant, he was like, Colin Sexton walked into our locker room. He walked by me. He walked by James and tapped Kyrie on the leg and said, "Lace him up. It's gonna be a long effing night." And walked out.
Bruh.
He said he put us in the chamber that night. Bruh, you know how mad I would be reading this?
Bro, that's
You
like
let that happen?
win or lose. Like, you don't let that shit happen. Like,
What?
and then you talk about it. Like that?
This team is soft. I have zero hope for them.
No defense, bro. No defense. And the thing that sucks is that what people thought the issues would be, we're seeing the issues.
Yeah.
And it's who's going to take the shot. Looks like Kyrie's taking the shot. Where's the defense? No one has defense.
Yeah, he's standing there.
Like, what is DeAndre Jordan doing there? He had under 10 rebounds one of the games.
He's not that guy.
He's 10 feet tall.
He's the best defense they have right now.
Like, you should let him get. No, he's there. He's in position to get rebounds, but Kyrie's so out. Like, that Harden's playing inside to get the rebound. Like, come on.
And then I think KD was playing the 5 at one point too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're a mess. They got like 3 head coaches still. So hopefully they get their stuff together. But yeah, I said since they started they were top heavy, and now they're super duper top heavy.
No, even with all this, they're gonna come out of the East.
I don't see it.
Because they're gonna beat teams. They're gonna get their shit together to where they're gonna beat teams that they should beat. And that's going to get them the score.
They should beat the Cavs.
I said they're going to get their shit together first.
Then you said they should beat teams.
And then they're going to beat teams that they should beat.
Okay.
And then once it comes to actual, good West team, they're going to lose.
I don't see them getting out of the first
round?
First round, yeah.
Damn.
I'm going to still stick to that. I don't see them as getting out of the first round.
That'd be crazy.
Whether they play the Bucks, the Celtics, 76ers, maybe even Miami. If they play any of them teams, I don't see them getting out.
If they don't get out of the first round, that's going to be one of the biggest busts in recent years. One of the biggest busts.
It would be something that nobody saw coming. Like,
it would be, I would say, the biggest bust in 15, 20 years. Because, everyone says 2011 was a bust for the Miami. But at least they got to the finals. Yeah. So if Nets don't even make it past the first round, that would be crazy.
Yeah. So that's crazy. We'll see how they do. I don't know. When do you think they'll get their first win?
At this point, the way they're playing, I gotta look at their schedule.
Let me see. So they play Miami today, the Miami Heat.
That might be a win because Butler's been out a lot.
Is he playing right now?
I don't know. He wasn't playing their last game.
So you think today might be their first win if Jimmy Butler doesn't play? Like, what are we doing?
We got to factor in
and then
COVID. We got to factor in.
Then they play everything. They play the Heat again on the 25th. I like these back-to-back double team games.
Where they're doing that because of COVID. They're less traveling.
So it's kind of like a mini playoff thing where they play the same team like a couple times. Then they play.
Go that far, but yeah,
it's like a mini version because they're playing them twice in a row. Anyway,
yeah. If they don't win today,
it'll be the Hawks.
They have Tyler Herro, Jimmy Butler, Leonard out. Like,
they're out today.
They're out. Look,
okay, so they should win today.
They got 2 starters out.
They should win,
bro. With no Herro or Butler, like,
if
they don't win today,
I don't know. The Hawks, like, bro, how easier does it get? I don't understand.
Hey, the Hawks have been turning it up.
Okay. I don't see how much the Wizards. Then you go to the Thunder. Like, all these games, they should be winning right now.
If you don't beat the Thunder, that's the bro.
And then it starts to get a little harder. You got the Clippers, the Raptors, 76ers, Detroit, Pacers. Then you play the Warriors.
Detroit's not harder. Detroit's like Thunder level.
They got to run. Detroit, are they better or worse than the Cavs?
Worse? How many wins do they have?
More than the Cavs?
Dang.
Yep. No, they're dead last.
I told you.
They're 3-12. So yeah, I mean,
they better be.
So yeah, should be tonight. They should have their first win tomorrow. When they play today or tomorrow? What did I say?
Today.
Today. They should have their first win against the Heat.
Hopefully the Mavs pull it out today. You'll be was it 3-game win streak, 4-game win streak they win today against the Rockets.
Yeah, I know some people are calling them a pretender front runner team, like they're not really a playoff team.
And I think that person was supposedly a Mavs fan. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And then they talked about how we had like 3 losses in a row, but didn't know we had like 3 or 4 starters out because of COVID.
And
so I don't know.
Like the Mavs and the Nets are in the same spot right now on the East and West division, but whatever.
And it to me it shows more if you're in that spot in the West and the East.
Yeah.
So,
but you know,
who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
You know,
and then
people watch different highlights.
Yeah. And then fight nights today, Conor McGregor versus Poirier. Who do you got? Did you watch any of his fights before, Poirier?
Nah.
I know you're not really in the UFC.
I'm gonna say Conor's gonna win because Conor's Conor.
I heard that he's been taking it serious. He went somewhere like overseas where they train a certain way. Like fucking sound like Dragon Ball Z to me. But
he was with Master Roshi.
Yeah. He looks good though. I think he's gonna win. He beat him before in like a minute, so I mean it sounds like another warm-up fight, but we'll see. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I got Conor. But yeah. Should be a good fight. Who do you got, Victor?
Who's that for? My bad.
Conor versus Poirier. Poirier.
No, I can see Conor taking that too. I feel like the UFC is gonna want Conor to win that fight anyways, just because that's their guy.
Yeah, I don't know how many more easy fights he's gonna have. Who's fighting right now? Like, Khabib's gone. The other guy, I forgot his name. I always forget his name. He's like on a losing streak. So yeah,
it's a good time for Conor.
UFC's kind of light in his division, but he said he was going to go through his whole division and fight everybody. So
to me, UFC died down of interest because you can't even have build up anymore when you're having like a fight every other week, bro. Like,
I wouldn't say that. Like, it has better fights. When they need to sell, they sell.
But you don't think they diluted the market a little bit just because how much they did? Like, it's been a little bit less the last month, but at the last quarter of last year, bro, every other week was a major fight.
It's been very heavy. I think their main fights are promoted very well, and then they have like sub fights. I think the sub fights are good because it helps identify talent quicker in this grand scheme of things. So
well, to me, it's not for them. They already know the talent. What it does is it lets fans associate more with those people. So when they get more popular, they already have like a following.
Yeah, and then like you can see this guy fighting more often, or you see more fights with different people, and I don't know. It looks like it's better for the fighter. But yeah, I got Conor. And then last but not least, before we wrap up, the last action as president in office, Donald Trump pardons
everyone.
Yeah, he let
popular people go.
He let his friends out, and then some blacks.
So Lil Wayne's his friend, and Kodak.
I don't know how he knows Kodak Black. Who said that? Who
people? I got a text from somebody. Hey, let this dude go. He was probably like,
he's like, I got one slot left.
Who wants to buy it?
It's wild, but he let Lil Wayne got pardoned. I guess I don't even think Wayne was gonna go to jail for that.
I didn't even know he was in. I was like, what?
Yeah, he got in trouble for like guns or something.
No, I know he got in trouble. I didn't know it was to the point where he needed pardon.
No, that was a waste of pardon. I don't think he was gonna go to jail. He probably didn't get like
he needed an easy scratch.
Yeah, and then Kodak Black, and then one of those ladies that's in Rock Nation that apparently is a snitch that Meek Mill likes, which is ironic.
And then also, isn't it one of the ones from Def Jam Records?
That's what I just said.
Was that her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's on Rock,
co-founders or something.
She's on Rock Nation.
Damn.
Something Perez, I forgot. But anyway, all of them got out, and it was funny because Joe Exotica thought he was getting out. It's so funny. They showed the prison where he's in, and it was like a stretched limo waiting for him, and they said that he got like his hair done and all this stuff. Like, bro, I don't know if that's real, but you know how embarrassing that is,
right?
Like, where you going? You getting all dressed up? You don't want to get dressed up in prison, bro. That's not the look.
Like, I would think you wait for official word.
Yeah, how presumptuous of you.
That sucks if like Lil Wayne took your spot and Lil Wayne didn't even need it.
Lil Wayne wouldn't even go into jail. He's about to get on house arrest. But anyway, Wayne had tweeted, I want to thank President Trump for recognizing that I have so much more to give to my family, my artists, and my community. I also want to thank Brad Brad Cohen, for working so diligently to secure another chance for me. Love. He put his full government name, Dwayne Michael Carter Jr. Bro,
He did that to make sure that Trump wrote it down right on
Bruh.
the pardon.
I saw in an interview with Katie Couric, he said he don't like that name Dwayne because his dad, he didn't like his dad. So how fake? This just seals it for me. I'm no longer a Wayne fan.
Somebody sent that to him and they're like, copy paste this.
Yeah, ridiculous. So yeah, that's Wayne. Kodak Black hasn't responded yet. I don't know when he's getting out of jail. Like, bro, I got pardoned. Goodbye. Like, what
happened overnight? I
yeah,
thought.
I mean, those are usually quick.
In the movies, like the second they say it, you out.
Yeah, I mean, word is bond, bro. Like, what are we doing? But yeah, and then breaking news: the Floyd versus Logan Paul fight is reportedly postponed due to lack of interest.
Who was hyped about it in the beginning? Like there was more. What was it? There was more talk about which Logan it was.
Yeah.
Instead of like the fight, there was more talk about which one is it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I forgot this fight was even happening.
Me too. And then someone posted. I was like, oh shit.
Was
like,
it this month?
I don't even know when.
Yeah.
And then someone posted. I was like, oh shit, I forgot.
I don't think Floyd can do numbers anymore without a UFC fighter.
I'm telling you, he needs to get with Mike Tyson and be on one of those tickets.
But then that'll be like he's using somebody else. He needs them because it wouldn't be TMT because he uses his own.
Bro, I think he's already at that point when he canceled a fight because there's no interest.
Yeah, that sucks. Like Mike Tyson's more popular than Floyd right now. Connor's doing more numbers.
But Mike Tyson is in social media. Like Mike Tyson does interviews. He talks. Mike Tyson's out there.
Floyd is too, but his shit's boring. Like all he does is just show like his stuff.
Yeah, like he
it's
doesn't
boring.
open up.
Yeah, and Floyd doesn't really. He's not intriguing to me. All he talks about is money. So I get
still carry on the backpack with the mill.
Yeah, like okay, bro. That's
I don't know.
Looks like.
I don't know how many interviews you see him. He dumps it on the floor. He's like, this is what it looks like.
Like Connor put $1 million on his watch. That watch was nice. I don't know what that was. It looked like a crystal. You see the watch?
I haven't seen the watch.
You fake. I thought you would see the watch. Like
I don't like flashy watches.
It's not like it's flashy, but it's not like if you type in Connor, it says watch. Maybe I typed it.
It's telling you watch the fight.
Oh, that's not. Is that flashy to you?
Which one? There's a lot of them.
This is $1 million watch.
Yes, that's
like
flashy.
I don't even know what that is. It doesn't look like a super platinum watch. It looks expensive.
I don't like that at all.
I can't tell time on that.
Looks like a grandfather clock on the wrist.
That's what I'm saying. That should look dope. It looked like one of those movies where the little girl goes in there. It's like Polar Bear Express or some shit. It shit looks nice.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like a grandfather clock on the wrist.
That
I'll take like the Rolex Submariner or like the Seamasters and all that over that.
I guess. But yeah, I wouldn't wear it. Obviously, I don't tell time on my watches anyway unless it's digital.
You just wear them every day. It don't make sense.
They don't
tick.
Cool. They don't tick. His probably don't tick either. There's no like arm or nothing.
Got a watch on your wrist, your phone dying, you're looking for the time somewhere. You ask somebody,
like,
hey, you got the
time? But yeah, that watch was a very flex on out on. But anyway, before we wrap up, where can people check us out at?
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, listen, drop a review, then on YouTube, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you want to hear.
Yeah, no matter where y'all listening, don't forget to turn down the bass and turn up the mic.